This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
And this is Monster, my podcast.
And these are Demiliches.
Yes.
There's a monster in my podcast.
You thought they couldn't get better. They can.
Yes, they can. So as we talked about, liches are trying to prolong their active life of research. But what happens when you sever your attachment to your physical form and all of a sudden with your enhanced knowledge want to voyage across the plains unencumbered? What happens to that body?
I love that it just happens. Like, it's just a mark of enlightenment.
It's a part of the life cycle.
Yeah, you're just like, you know what? I no longer need this like stupid rotting, like I don't want to be a skeleton anymore. And you just become this like skull.
Yeah.
This like weird, interplanetary skull.
Yeah.
That can kind of float around. And then when anybody disturbs you, you turn into a wraith that looks like your former self. Like, yeah, this is full of ludic, like awesome detail.
Yes, it is.
So good.
I love how exhaustive they are about the way these things work. So the dust of your former body animates itself into this, dervish like thing that attacks. But attacking this thing is a trap if you're an actual person, if you're a party member.
Yes.
Not to imply that liches are not people. Okay. And as they attack, they're actually feeding the thing energy so it can do its final attack.
Yes. And as it gets enough, then it becomes more corporeal. And you fight it. When this skull like floats up at you, it shoots a death ray at you and traps your fucking soul in one of its teeth.
Yep.
Give me a break.
Yep. So to become a lich, you have to replace some of your teeth with gems, and these gems.
Chingy. Chingy is half lich, dude. He's like partway there.
Yeah.
Like you can get a Chingy on and get your lich going. Get lich or die trying. Like that's we were ahead of our time.
Yeah.
Like
and each of these little things can become a soul jar. So when it kills you by instant death, all of a sudden, you're sucked into it. Your body is useless. It cannot be rejoined or anything. Can't be revived. You're trapped into it, and you have to kill the Demilich and get this out and find another vessel for the soul.
And when you look at the gem, which is shaped like a tooth, remember, you can see a tiny little phantom version of your party member in there trying to get out.
It's just beating on the sides.
So like the implication here, the kind of is, you suck all these people into your teeth and then your friends get you out. If they never do, this lich could just be walking around with like a mouthful of friends.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking cavity creeps, but good. Like, I love it. Like, I wish there were like phantoms in my teeth. With like a fighter, cleric, bard.
Yeah. It just my mouth.
Inside
my mouth is a party. There's a party in my mouth. And you're invited.
And then, like, before you go to the rib joint, it's like, you must gather your party before venturing forth. And it's like, will do.
And also, a Demilich is so cool that just by being around it, it puts a curse on somebody that even if it's lifted, they become less cool. It drains their charisma by one.
Yeah, it makes them, like, ugly and drained. And the curses are, like, unheard of things in D&D. It's like, your enemies can't miss you. Holy shit. Or like you cannot make saving throws. Like, that's incredible.
Yeah.
That is fucked up. That's fucked up.
This is so good. This might be, there's a definite tendency to put a lot of value on things that we've covered recently. Like, there's some good stuff like back in the Beholder section. A lot of low cards in this deck we're coming to find out. This is one of the best things.
This is really, really good. And I love that the Demilich, we did Neverwinter Nights too. And there's the Demilich at the end of Mask of the Betrayer, and it's just a giant floating skull.
Yep.
And who's going to tell it no? At this point, like, I love that thing so much more now that I think that there are probably like their teeth are a bunch of like Dritz Duerdens,
That's why it's so big. Has to put extra teeth in. He has to, all those wisdom teeth, where do you think they're going? They're being molded into gems. Yeah.
Gumball machine.
Yeah, that's what they put in spray paint cans.
Yeah. I love him. And her.
I will be one day.
Be incredible. Just and the other thing too, they don't really talk about this. They just talk about when the adventurers like encounter them, but like these things like just have an interplanar life. Like they just go to different planes. They can't be hurt. They just kind of explore. It's like a real like mind forever voyaging kind of thing where you're just kind of like visiting different things. They're really powerful wizards. They can probably travel through time. Like this is the closest I think this book gets to like omnipotence.
Yeah.
And then somebody fucks with your skull and ruins it. Like that's why they trap you in their teeth is because they're cranky.
Yeah. But that also seems like a real act of desperation by a wizard. Like, I'm going to, so I don't want you to die because I might see you again in the plains. You fucking piece of shit.
Oh yeah.
So I need to like trap you. The only way I know how, by my teeth gems. Like, it's a real kind of act of desperation, but also an act of kind of ingenuity and
really undignified too. Like if I had like a party of hated adventurers and I got them all trapped in my teeth and I was like way into it, like you cannot imagine the kind of garbage I would eat. Like just to put those guys through hell.
Yeah.
Like it would just be, then I would want to be in that Lacrota.
Yeah, you're hanging out with that Lacrota.
Yeah, and just like, here, I'm just gonna eat tapeworms from inside this Lacrota. Like this thing eats Lacrota. Can you imagine how fucking disgusting it is? That's you guys now. You guys chew this.
This is you. I've rubbed it up against you.
Yeah. Get fucked, calcium boys.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/duckfeed.tv.